I think the key to overcoming the barriers is to firstly identify what are those barriers that are stopping you from performing the exercises, because they are going to be different. And once you identify those barriers, then you can look at specific strategies that are going to work best for you. And again, you might have the same barrier as someone else, but the strategy that will work best for you is going to differ. So you can look at strategies in conjunction with your health professional or get some advice about how you might manage those, but they can be very simple. So for example, if you just simply forget to do your home exercises, putting up something on the fridge can be really useful. Having your mobile phone tell you that you need to do some exercises, or your computer, having your partner remind you that you need to do them. So some simple strategies like that. If it's around lack of knowledge, finding out more about what are the benefits of exercise can be more motivating. Keeping a logbook can be really beneficial as well.
Being in the exercise and fitness industry, I've heard every excuse that there is for stopping exercise or not coming to an exercise program. People do experience mental blocks and those barriers that they just don't want to get started on an exercise program. For example, they say, typically, I've got to lose weight before I go to the gym. The best thing I can suggest there is to just get started, do something that you feel comfortable with, buddy up with somebody who's in a similar condition. Find an exercise program that has other people with similar health conditions to you. I don't have time is another one, but you need to make time for your exercise. If you make time to eat lunch and have a shower daily, you need to look at exercise as something that's going to help you long term to improve your quality of life.
Some people say that the exercises are boring or can get boring over a period of time. And it's important to look at ways to vary the exercise program. So you don't need to do the same thing day in, day out. The exercises can be changed, they can be varied. Doing them in a group setting with others can be really helpful, or doing them while you're watching the television or having some music on can help with that as well. Another misperception is that it's an all or nothing. If you don't do your exercises all the time, diligently, then there's no point. You might as well give up and do nothing. And that's actually not correct. A little bit is better than nothing. So even doing a little bit of exercise, being a little bit more active is going to be beneficial.
If you are time poor and you can't do all of the different sorts of exercise that we recommend for osteoarthritis, choose one that you love or one that is easy to access. So if you have a gym just around the corner, or you might like to go to your local swimming pool and do some warm water exercise. Even if you are time poor, try and find 20 to 30 minutes a day to squeeze in that physical activity or exercise, which is going to be super beneficial in managing your osteoarthritis. Mobility devices should not be seen as a barrier for participation in a physical activity or exercise program. A lot of the local gyms these days, swimming pools, have standards whereby you can be hoisted into a pool, or there's ramps that are accessible for you to get involved in a physical activity programs. Exercise professionals can modify programs, so if you are needing to be wheelchair based, you can do upper body workouts and also cardiovascular exercise with handheld bicycles. You know, boxing is always a fun one to get the heart rate up. So don't feel that those things can be limiting in a physical activity program. It's quite likely that with your osteoarthritis that you do need some sort of device to keep you mobile. So we can certainly modify programs to suit your needs and abilities.